Hello friends, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P.K. Prabhakar. Today we are going to talk about the issue of plagiarism. Nowadays, this is the time when a lot of students are going to submit their dissertation, their reports, their submission will be there. And during submission, they are just going to copy, they are having some kind of plagiarism issue. So we will talk about the plagiarism, how to find the plagiarism, and what are the different kind of complications. There are a number of different type of plagiarism are there. It's not just a copy and paste. There are different type of plagiarisms are there. So roughly there are 10 different types of plagiarism issues is there. So we'll talk about different types of plagiarism. Then we will see how to remove it. What are the different process we should go so that remove it, and then we'll see further some kind of free tools, some paid tools, and then lastly we will see the some well known cases of plagiarism. So first, what is plagiarism? According to the Merriam-Webster online dictionary, the word plagiarism means to steal and pass off the idea or word of another as their own. So if someone else is having their idea or their words, you are just going to copy and showing it's your own things. Means others' idea I will show as my own. So that is called plagiarism. To use without crediting the source. So if I have taken some kind of information from somewhere or some kind of idea from some words or some words from some other places, so I have to give credit. If I'm not going to give the exact credit, I'm not going to give the reference, it means I am doing the plagiarism. So to commit literacy is theft. So it is a kind of theft, it is a kind of unethical things in case of literacy scientific terms. To present as new and original an idea or product derived from the existing source. So whatever already there, so we are going to just take it as such. We are not going to give neither credit nor going to give reference. So that is called plagiarism. So in other words, plagiarism is an act of fraud. It is a kind of fraud, it is kind of cheating, it is a kind of, you can call it unethical means. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterwards. So you have taken someone others word, others data, others components, and then showing that your own. So you are lying also. That is. So what is the plagiarism? Means literally, if you are doing the plagiarism, it means if you are just copying and paste. So if you do the copy and paste, it means it is a plagiarism. So what you have to do, you have to rewrite the information by your own. You submit works that is not your own. So if others work is there and you are going to show as your own works, then you copy the majority of the text but change only a few words. So some of, like here you are going to say we have just copied it, and some of the things like no one we are going to replace by nobody. Here inferior will be replaced by bad, consent will be replaced by permission. So just it is a kind of word, you have a few word you have changed it, that is a kind of plagiarism. Other, you don't use quotations marks where you have taken exact phrase, exact content, exact definition. If you have taken it, you have to give under the quotation. If you are not going to use quotations, means you are doing a plagiarism. So nowadays students are getting their assignments. So what they are just going to do, just copy and paste it. So control C, copy, plus control B, paste it, and your assignment has been done. But if you'll say the plagiarism exact means is, plagiarism is the act of taking a third person's word or idea and presenting them as your own. It can also involve failing to give credits. I have already told you we are not going to give the credit, we are not going to give the reference for words or idea that you use. According to the website, that is plagiarism.org, currently recent studies indicates that approximately more than 30% of all the students, dissertation students works may be plagiarizing on every assignment written by them. So more than 30%. I will give you some other data also from some other Shenzhen website. So why people are doing the plagiarism? There are different type of reasons might be there. There number of reasons can be given. So when students were asked why do you think some students are doing plagiarism, they gave different type of answers. So these are some of the answers given by students, like difficulty in with the topic. So if students are failing the topic, difficulty in the topic, they are not able to understand. They are just going to search into internet, copy and paste it. Poor time management. If a student does not have sufficient time, they are not going to use their time very properly. So in the last moment of time, when they don't have sufficient time, they will just copy and paste it. Ignorance. They are not just going to take care of. They are not going to take it seriously. So ignorance or inadequate reference skills. Laziness. Not bothering about the work, not bothering about the content. Ease of getting information from internet, online resources. So just go Google it, copy it, and paste it. So not taking too much of efforts. Fear of failure. So if they want, they are not having some number of information. They are not having information. So if they will not submit, they will fail it. So they just copy and paste it. And sometimes the students also think that nobody will find it out. So plagiarism is all above all symptomatic of lack of engagement with the learning. According to Robert Harris, the author of Anti-Plagiarism Strategy for the Research Papers, kids or students, especially because we are talking about the dissertation time, these are the report submission time. So kids or students are do plagiarism because they want to finish their work in the last least possible amount of time, as fast as they can be, because they can use their time for some other purposes. The work is not a priority for them. This, if they are not going to take it seriously, they are not going to take assignment very carefully, they will casually do it, casually copy and paste it. They procrastinate. They have poor time and work management skills. They are not using their time sufficiently efficiently. They have no confidence in their own writing skills, so they don't think that they can write in a better way, they can write good manner, so they just copy and paste it. According to the Shenzhen web publishing site, publishing database, so college students, when some question has been asked to the college students, so how concerned are your paper peers means your guides, your mentors, about plagiarism? So students are given different type of answer. So most common answer, 44% students have given don't know or it will be neutral. Uh, Means their guide mentors are not bothering about that one. Also the students are doing plagiarism. Then very concerned, roughly 25% told very concerned, somewhat concerned, that is roughly 20%. So 44% neutral, don't know or anything. Roughly 45% concerned, not at all concerned is roughly 6%, and only so they don't get caught, that is only 5%. According to the same website, Shenzhen website only, college students, we have asked some other questions. Do your instructors, do your mentors teach you about the plagiarism? So mentors are teaching them. Roughly 92% students have told that their mentors have taught them, but they are not bothering. So only 8% is showing that they don't have their mentor didn't tell about that plagiarism cases. Now, if there are key plagiarism, preventing plagiarisms are, first, there are three ways: either quote it, summarize it, or paraphrase it. So we will see in the further slides also what is the quote, summarize, and paraphrase. There are three ways by which we can remove the plagiarism issue. So to cite or to not cite, to copy, you must cite your source when you copy other person's work. If you are going to take someone's work, someone's word, someone's data, someone's content, you have to cite it. You copy others' work, you have to give proper citation. Second, if you use another person's idea, even if you put them in your own words, if you are using others' idea but you are writing in your own words, then also you have to give the proper reference, proper citations. Third, you use a specific information that is not commonly known. So there are something common known, like sun rises in the east. So if you are writing this word, You don't need any kind of references, but there are some common thing, some uncommon things which is not commonly known. If you are using that type of information, you have to give citations. For very common things, you need not to give citations. That will be okay. But for some not uncommon information, not some unusual informations, you have to give citations. You should give citations. You use charts, map, graphs, pictures from other sources, you have to give citations. And there are some cases where you need not to give sources, you need not to give citations. If you use an idea, fact, or opinion that is your own, so you are not going to use others' idea, you are going to use your own idea, then need not to give citations. You use information that is common knowledge. Like I have given you one common knowledge is sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west. That is a common knowledge. So there we don't need any kind of information, any kind of citations. You use common saying or common phrases. There we don't need any kind of citation. So there are some portions where we have to give citations. We have to give proper references. There are some places where we need not to give any kind of citations. So please, you have to take care of all these things. You have to understand when to give, when not to cite. Here is what happened if you plagiarize the in the research papers. So sometimes students writing the research paper, that time also they are doing plagiarism. So what is can be the consequences? You may lose the degree if you are going to write in copying the plagiarism, doing the plagiarism. You may lose your degree. Poor grades will be shown up because plagiarism cases you will get 0 marks. So reputation will be ruined. So everyone will, a teacher will, you will fall in the teacher's thought. So the teacher will think bad about you. No mercy for from professor. So professor will feel bad, they will give you 0 marks. You may be subject to lawsuit. Sometimes if you're doing using some kind of violate, some kind of copyright, some kind of information, some kind of legal issue also, you will fail it. Disciplinary actions may be taken by the college, by the university, by the department, by the disciplines. It may result in monetary restitution also. So these are the different kind of consequences it can happen. According to the Turnitin, according to the websites, there are 10 different types of plagiarism cases will be there. So those cases, 10 different types of plagiarism issues are, it can be called as clone, it can be called as control C, it can be find and replace, remix, recycle, hybrid, mashup, 404 error, aggregator, and retweet. We are going to see one by one what is these 10 different type of plagiarism issues are there and how seriously how it will be problematic. So first we'll see clone. Clone is it is submitting others' works word by word as your own. Like this is the original text. So if this original text, if you see this is and this is unoriginal, means this is copied. So exactly this is matching with this one word by word, not a saving full stop comma has been changed. So roughly this is most problematic. So 9 out of 10, it is 9.5 problematic grading. It is having it is most of the cases 9.5 times cases. This is the clone where just exact word to word has been copied. This is called clone type of plagiarism. Second one is control C, where contains significant portion of text from a single source without alterations. So if you see the most of the portions except few places which is non-significant, non-important things. So main theme, main part of the work has been exactly copied as such. This is called control plus C, control C. This frequency of this one is 8.9 times out of 10 and it is 7.5, 7.4 problematic. Third one is called find and replace, where we are going to change keywords and key phrases but remaining the essential content of the source. In this case, we are changing the main words in the theme. In previous cases, we will have changed the unknown common means not important things. Here we are going to change the important words. We are going to reframe. We are going to put synonyms, and then using most of the things will be the same. Again, this frequency of this one is 3.9 times, and problematic is roughly 1.2 times. Remix is paraphrases from the multiple sources made to fit together. Like if you see here, this is original one and this is the submitted one. So here we are having three different sources and it is almost exactly copied. So if this is from one person, this is from second place, this is from third place. So multiple sources has been exactly copied and pasted and make a final node, that is called remix. So made from the multiple sources. Its frequency is 5.6 out of 10 and its probability is 0.5. Second one is called as and fourth one is called as recycling. It is borrow generously from the writer's previous works without citation. So if I am going to write my paper, I have taken the most of the content from my all old previously published paper without giving the proper citation, without taking the proper permissions. This is called recycling, reusing. So your own word which is already published, we are going to use reutilizations. This is called recycling. This is 5.5 frequency and problematic is 2.8. Another next is hybrid, where we combine perfectly cited sources with copied passage without citations. Like here, combine perfectly cited sources with copied passage without citation. Like see, in this case, this is from one source, this is from another source, and this is from third source. So exact things has been copied from multiple different sources. Exact, not a even single word, single things has been changed, and we have copied it and we have give citations. This is also we have cited, but we cannot take exactly copied. We cannot exact copy. That is called hybrid. This is frequency 0.5 out of 10 and problematic is 1.1. Then it's called mashup. It is mixes copying material from the multiple sources like here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is similar to the hybrid, but not in case of hybrid. We are having limited number of places from where we have copied. In case of massive, it will be from the different from the multiple sources. It has been copied. Its frequency is 9.1. It is almost near to the first cases, and it is problematic is 4.4. Then it is called 4.4 error, where includes citation to non-existent or inaccurate information about the sources. We have cited, we have taken copied, we have given citations, but that these citations, these references are non-existing. It is not going to present. It is if I will search it, it will not. I will not able to find these references in the internet or in the anywhere. So this is non-existence of the cited work. So giving citation, but those cited things, the references are non-existent. This is frequency 0.6, problematic is 1.3. This is called 4.4 error. You can remember it like this one. Whenever we search internet, we are going to get, if something will not working, we are going to get 4.4 error. So if something is not found on the internet, it will be 4.4 error. Then aggregator, it includes proper citation to the source, but the paper containing most no original works. So it gives citations, but it does not have any kind of original work. This is called aggregator. Here also it is copied, but no original work. Then retweet, it includes the proper citation, but relies too closely on the text, original wording, and the structures. So it is almost same thing has been retweeted, copied. Its frequency is 4.4 and it is problematic 0.5. So these are the 10 different types of plagiarism. You have seen there are number of different tools we have, how to find the plagiarism cases, how to find where from where we have copied it. So these are the different paid softwares. Those paid softwares are normally commonly we are using in Authenticates, Turnitin, Crosscheck, SafeAssign, ETBlast, and DocCop, and Viper. These are the paid software by which you can evaluate, you can find it the source from where the content has been copied. Then there are some free tools also. These are some of the website where you can do free checkup of your text, checkup of your word file. Some places you can upload word file, some places you can have limitation of 1000 or 10,000 words characters. Then there are some guidelines how to avoid these plagiarism cases are: use your own word or your own idea. Give credit for the copied, adapted or paraphrased material. So whatever you have taken from the other places, you have to give the proper, we have to give the credit. Avoid using others' work with the minor or cosmetic changes. You have just modified some of the things, we have modified some of the content, and we are going to use it. This is not justified, this is not the ethical correct. Then there are no freebies, nothing is free of charge. You have to find it, you have to pay it. Beware of common knowledge. Which is common knowledge? You should understand it, you should get it. Three techniques to avoid plagiarism. Previously, or some time back, also I have told you there are three ways by which we can avoid the plagiarism. Those three words are quote, paraphrase, and summarize. What do you mean by quotes? In case we are going to use this is double quotations. So anything within the double quotation means we are normally going to use exact things. So use the exact same word as the original, but if in those cases we have to give under the quote and we have to use proper referencing. So quoting quotations is one of the way by which you can remove it. It does not mean you can whole text, you whole paragraph you can do under the quotes and you can use it. This is only for definitions. This is only for those things which you cannot change or you should not change. There we can use exact quotes. Second one is paraphrase. Paraphrase means it is rewriting the original idea in your own words. So meaning should not change. The idea which is there, the essence which was there in the original work, it should come in your paper, in your content also. So only we are going to write in our own words, but the main component, main thing is there only. It should be there only. And third one is summarize. Put the original idea into your own words. Sorry. The summarized text must provide the short overview of the source text and be much shorter than the original version. So, in a small words, in the few words, you are going to write the others full text. So, these are the three ways by which we can remove it. There are some known plagiarism cases also, like probably you know him. He is Bharat Ratna Dr. CNR Rao. Some of his students or his PG students has done the plagiarism. He has taken some of the context and server he was not aware of that one, and then he had to apologize for that one. His DU from this Delhi University, he has gone to jail because of this plagiarism issue. Three faculty, three Rajasthan University teachers accused for the plagiarism, and they have found guilty in the inquiry. Three scientists caught in plagiarism wrote top publisher retract article after 14 years. Then chemistry professor of Sri Venkateswara University in uh, accused of plagiarism more than 70 research paper published between 2004 to 2007. University executive council has banned him from the undertaking examination work and research guidance. He has been debarred from the securing further promotions and appoint administrative positions. So there are a number of cases of plagiarism in case of scientific terms. There are some plagiarism cases is in political sense also, where Barack Obama during the 2008 presidential campaign, Barack Obama has accused for plagiarism by a speech by Massachusetts Governor Dan Patrick, but claims Devils has suggested he uses the line. Then Vladimir Putin has also found some kind of plagiarism pages he has used during his lecture, during his campaign. And then Joe Biden, he is U.S. Vice President. He has also been for caught of plagiarism cases. So plagiarism is not only in the scientific term, plagiarism is everywhere, but we should know how to find the plagiarism, what is plagiarism, how to remove it, and how to save it. So hopefully you have understand it. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. If you have not subscribed my channel, you can subscribe it. You can follow me on these different social networking sites. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.